Hello everybody, thanks for stopping back by Wild Bird Creative. I'm getting close to the end of my journal. I only have a few pages left, and then I'll have to move on to another project. Well, let's get started. I have a stack of scraps here, sheet of music, an old page from a day planner, some stamped newsprint, some junk mail bits, and let's get started. Just as always, going to use the glue stick so that we can move it right along. I've been spending a lot of time making backgrounds so that when we all get together, you're not spending time watching me make backgrounds. That's a different video entirely. Now, I used the Dylusions crushed grape spray on this, and I just used a potato or a clementine bag to get that neat texture. Let's see. Put this guy next. This is just a piece of newsprint, and I just put some distressed brick stamp on it, stamp pad ink with an old Hero Art stamp. Now, because the newsprint is so porous, you can't really see the detail, but that's okay because I wanted it to be a really graphic, bright image. I didn't want it to be about what was on the stamp. I just wanted the shapes against the text, and I really didn't want the text to be that important either. Tug that up a little bit. Let's put this behind. Let me just use my brayer. Get it all pressed down. Now I've got just this fun piece with light bulbs. Every year I get myself a day planner, and every year I get to the end of the year and I've started out with good intentions, but most of the day planner is exactly as blank as the day I bought it. I don't know if anybody else has that problem, but boy, I do. And I love day planners, but I just can't seem to commit to using them the way they were intended. This is just an old book page that, again, I used the Dylusions spray ink and carried that pattern right over. And yes, I am covering one of the light bulbs, but I don't think it's a big deal because there are a lot of light bulbs on this. Smooth that right down. This has a nice raggedy edge that I wanted to be sure to keep. This is just a little piece of a postage label that I thought was really fun. So I held on to it. This is a museum visitor badge that I kept also, and I just stamped right on top of it because it really wasn't about where I went. And what's kind of cool is this museum actually has an Egyptian exhibit that's really nice. Then I've got another post office tag and a vermicelli noodle label that I love. Now this, because this is plastic, I'm going to use double stick tape to make sure that it will stay down. I think the glue stick would work a little bit maybe on the edges, but not where I need it the most. And that did not go down very smoothly. Let me see if I can peel that up and start over. Let's see. Try to lay it flat. There we go. And I'll put some glue stick on the postal part and a little bit on the very edge of the plastic, just so that it's got some tackiness. And I love the way the red of this mimics the red of the wires. There we go. Get that brayered down. This is truly a junk page. It's all odds and ends. Then I have my very, very tiny keep an open mind. Just get some glue stick on that. And let's see, let's put it right there. And I have some really cool, I don't know, what is this called? Scotch brand sewing tape, which I just love. It's got a nice graphic on it. Let me grab my little scissors here. And it's pretty see-through. So I'm just going to add a couple strips of that here and there. It's old. I mean, on the back it says Mommies, and that's my handwriting from when I was a child. So I know that this is some old stuff. Let's put one across here. And you know what? Let's do one to break up this corner a little bit. Just tone that down. Let me put it so that the other lines show through. Run my brayer across everything. There we go, folks. Keep an open mind. I like the way I've left this open with all the little light bulbs for ideas. I've got so much going on in this page, but it was all junk. Before you throw things into your recycling bin, stop and think about how can you use them in your art, especially before you go buy something that you may not use. I hope that you learned a couple things from this and will get into your art supplies and start creating. Thanks for stopping by. Wild Bird Creative.